All right, here we go. It's about time we talk about abundance and a different idea of clarity. The clarity of abundance in and of itself, you must understand the source of abundance. Money. You topsiders continue to seek the idea of topside vibrations. Therefore, the elusive idea of topside vibrations and lack will remain lack. Duh. All right. So here's what you do. Let's look at how money in and of itself was birthed. Trade. Trade of what? Exchange. Exchange of what? Energies. The currency of life in and of itself is exchange. That's what it is. It's giving back and forth with no intention and no receivership of either side. It just is the co-creation that you cannot help but to be. You slow it down by labeling it, by grading it, by sufficing yourself as enough and sufficing the other as less than, negotiating yourself to a balance, and it is the temperament of humanity nowadays. Simple. Here's what you do. You start looking at it in and of itself at what it originally was. It's a birthing idea. I'm a tribe. I have nothing but what we are. I make a craft in my tribe. We have no other tribes. We are to ourselves. We know only our bubble. So I, in the idea, create something. And that something is something of beauty, and it is admired by the tribe in and of itself. And they say values of wares. Now you guys call it nowadays ware, W-A-R-E. It's what you put on sale if you guys don't know. The youngers that don't understand what bearing your ware is. So that is put out, but it's not in the idea of exchange for profit or to give and take attitude. It is just what's potential. And in the idea, someone one time somewhere in some tribe said if they can possess it, they wanted it within their conference of themselves. So that idea, in retrospect of lack, the offering was coupled with the idea of exchange. The whole offering, not the offering from one to the other. The offering is the entire idea of the entire. Now, who's talking? Okay. Thank you. All right. So that idea. Okay. This person says, I'd like that. I want to look at it daily. I want to be a part of that craft. I have this to offer. Exchange occurs. It's not a given. Don't think anything in humanity has ever been given. It's never anything until it is discovered and acted upon, because you are a blank sheet. All right, very good. So the idea of exchange starts to occur within the psyche of humanity. It is not so much the food exchange. Food was never a concern. Food was always for the tribe. Most ladies of the tribe, if you will, most mothers of the tribe, if you will, if the idea of the food was barren, they would go without, because that is the sacrifice of a state of being of a woman, a bearer of life, giver. That idea. It's not a give and take. It's not a comparison. It's not a hero to zero bullshit. Don't fucking label that. That's how humanity played it out. All right? Don't clear things up with your fog. By definition of lack from the moment. Trust that. All right. So this idea of exchange starts to occur within the idea psyche of humanity. It runs upon another tribe. The Inani and the Itona, perhaps, start to see each other. And they become not the idea of enemies. They become the idea of exchange. They discovered how to irrigate. They discovered how to hunt. The weapons, the tools. Those things were starting to be noticed in potential of expansion. Hence, I have this, you have that, let's trade. Because the psyche was in occurrence of, I would like to possess that, and here's what I have to offer in exchange, the currency of life within the tribe. Understand that. Understand what was happening as a human psyche of exchange, the currency of life. Okay? Now, it's based, listen close, yes, on value, not the value of the item. That's the projected isness of the bullshit that you guys present yourself with every fucking day. It is the value of your self-worth. No one here thinks they're worth that much money. And whatever that much money is whatever you think you're worth. Period. That's how it works. And the money is not what you're looking at. It's the self-worth that brings the idea of allowability for the abundance of the universe, not the fucking earth, not the one earth and the bank accounts. Bleh. We're talking the universe. All that is to flow unto ye, because thee are not stopping it with your boundaries of unworthiness. Okay, back to the idea of story time. Listen up. So in that idea, the exchange starts to happen. Earth grows, more tribes discover, trade lines occur. Silks, spices. We're jumping all over millenniums now. Here, just relax. Don't put this in a logical timeline of congruency. You'll fuck yourself past Wednesday. Stop. All right. So you are walking along an idea and just peeking into different occurrences on how the development and money of what you call money now is understood, but truly the abundance of life that has been filtered down by the controlling aspects of separation. Because we said it. If you're listening to the class, you understand if there's two divided, there will be one left. And money is being divided and divided and divided. Look how many classes. Look. Until all of it's over here and none of it's over here. There are 18 people in your planet right now that have more money than the bottom half of humanity. That's 4 billion people divided among 18 people that have more money than 4 billion people. Is that an atrocity? No, that's division. That's dividing itself. Perfect harmony of separation occurring with the awareness of the one in allowability of separation no longer being it, i.e. the awake. All right, moving on. So this exchange happened with values, silks, in your idea, close memory, if you will, let's say animal skins, coon, bear, buffalo, things like that, trading, black powder, guns, things like that, starting to become that when the money wasn't valuable yet, but other parts of the world, money was valuable. So let's go to see when precious metals became valuable. That was the occurrence of the discovery of different idea stones that were sought after because of the lack of them. The diamonds, you guys got more diamonds in the fucking world. It's incredible. If you know how many diamonds you truly had in the world, that there is equal to the dirt that you walk over every day, the little particles of dirt, that's how many diamonds, you wouldn't have the same value in diamonds. But since it's pretty, you confine it, just like money, you make it small and hard to get. And value goes up, and there, of course, you pay your out of your ass for a diamond that you can pick up and, anywhere if you let yourself go. Back to the point. Moving into the idea of exchange. Precious metals became valuable. But guess what happened? Robin Hood. Robin Hood happened. Robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. The pillaging and the plundering of gold. Gold needed to be protected, i.e. it was protected. And here comes the Templars. Whoa. They came up with the idea. Holy shit, what an epiphany. Does anyone know what they came up with? I'll let you know. Credit. There was a tapestry that was sealed with a wax seal of the Templar upon delivery that promised the idea of the gold in the backing for the exchange of the wares because of the travel dangers of pillaging and plunder by what you call the non-desirables. And that exchange was valued, and you now have credit. So all of these things started to pop up everywhere as how to work money, how to back money in value. Your money is losing its value as paper, and it's gaining its value as electric, as in the cloud, which is exactly what is the potential to have no more money, because it doesn't exist in your physical world. It's easier to release because it's just a click of the button, now more so than ever. So if you look at this, all of it is based off what you are allowed to exchange. You're looking to exchange abundance. You're looking to exchange money defined from birth, from abundance, and you make it small all the time. Okay? You have to look at what you have as abundance. I don't think Jennifer's paying rent. Jennifer, are you paying rent?
No.
Okay. Let's say how much that apartment is in San Francisco. Just hold on, guys. This might be obvious, but we're going to fucking play it out. How much is that place you're at? A month?
Rent-wise, I don't know. I know it's
$1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a month?
probably about $6,000.
$6,000 a month?
Yeah.
Well, you're on the 38th floor. It's got amenities in the housing, right?
Yeah.
Big time. Okay, so $6,000 a month. Inordinate amount of money, insane amount of money to pay rent to a lot of you right now. That's your worth. That's not your ability. That's your worth saying, I can't do that. Because if you are allowed to have a place in your heart that's commands and is allowed to be felt, experienced by my worthiness that, quote, costs $6,000, I would tell you this, you'll fucking have it. Don't mean you're only going to have $6,000 and the only thing you can do is pay rent and eat fucking top ramen, because that's the worthiness speaking the bullshit. But you got to let go of the mouse that you've been chasing. The car you've been chasing. The hope. It's not the money. You got to understand the birthing aspects of exchange. I am fucking valuable. Me. I am whole. I am valued unto me. I don't know value and not value, but I'm speaking through the idea of Roxy for your perspective of reference. Now, I am valuable, therefore I am, and whenever I am that value, period. I trust, let go, and continue, and the value of myself is only realized. It is never chased. It's never expended. It never runs out. Only you run out. You run out of your worthiness. You know how you run out? Because you're tired. You're exhausted from chasing. You've given up. You've crushed your own fucking idea of hope. You've done it all, and you just can't seem to do it. Why? Because you don't deserve it. Don't fucking bullshit anybody in the idea of this room or this world, because is nobody in the idea ever going to say that you're bullshitting yourself. Don't bullshit yourself if you say, oh, I'm worthy of money. I'm worthy of all that. Well, I'll tell you this right now. Those people don't get rich because they have a Midas touch, because they love themselves. They're not interested in poverty. They value their, let's say, expenditure of expression. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. There's a lot of rich people now. Again, Roxy said it in this idea, conduit. In the 80s, you created more millionaires than has ever been on the planet at the same time. And that number is continuing to grow in leaps and bounds. Because if you have the avenues of separation, always birth more avenues of expansion. Therefore, the diminishing idea of all the money being grabbed up by very few, of course, will bleed and it'll bleed in all directions because they can't hold creation. So what do you have? You have apps that people make millions of dollars on. You got YouTube that people are making money on. You got people that are in the coffee houses. There's probably one out of 100,000 actually is going to make any kind of a money being a coffee house millionaire, but it is still a way to be that idea. That's the point. It's the value of you. The world isn't there. It's not sitting over there. New York Stock Exchange is not there waiting for you to make money. It's not permanent. It's your value in the moment that create the exchange of energies that said, I'm worth it. And here comes opportunity, 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 and expansion. This place, Roxy gets to get down here. She lives here for free. Yay! That's abundance. But it's not permanent. Oh, and it sure ain't fucking success because someone else is giving it to you. And then you have to deal with that guilt because I didn't do it myself, and then you're being the independent bitch or arrogant dick to be the grand idea of I did it without anybody else. And that's your demise because God forbid if you actually were a co-creator because you're a separatist. That's the beauty that you're discovering. That's what you are. It's not the money. You have so many things to make money. Look on Facebook. Look at the beauty of everyone trying to tell them how to create money. How many Abrahamsters are putting the things on the walls? I am rich. I am worthy. I have my convincings. Why isn't anybody rich? Except the person that sold the CDs. Huh? Tony Robbins, big smile. Tom Hopkins, huh? These guys are multimillionaires. Grant Cardone's all over the world. They're out there. But in comparison, why isn't everyone got rich? It's not the program, it's the exchange of it. It's the value you consider yourself to be. Marcella is dependent on an idea, therefore she can't be rich because her worthiness says I can't leave the dependency. You know that. That's your game. When you have the balls to do it, the big fucking hairy cabonas to cut the fucking cord and go and be, quote, homeless for a day, and you will never be that to see that God, you, is always there, taking you along the abundant trail. The only thing you don't do is judge it. But even if you judge it, it's not going to go away. It's only going to get better. But the only way to do that is to know you're valuable, to choose the worthiness of the self that is allowed to have a life of ease. Ophiucus said the first effortless gods. He's channeled that 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You think we're fucking kidding? It's not that you're going to sit on your ass and eat Doritos and drink Coke and watch TV all day. That's not what gods do. Gods explore and express the passion of the moment, the exchange of energy that gives them the breathing of life, the fulfillment of energies that cannot be bounded to the idea of dollar bills, accomplishments with badges and shit. Look, if you have a great education and great job, excellent. That's not something to look down at. That's what you're worth, is the point. See, it doesn't matter where you go or what you do. It's how you share yourself with the world as valuable. You diminish yourself. You're not worthy enough. You don't belong in the world. You're fucked. You have to earn your way through the world. You're fucked. That's why you were taught. That's not your fault. You want to be abundant, start spending your money. Start treating yourself like a queen. Stop worrying about the bills of tomorrow because you're still here. And if you intercept yourself with the lack of the future, on the dependencies of having that harboring safe and secure idea outside of the now, then you'll be only the limits of that until you pass gas and zip out of here. Pass gas, that's funny, Roxy. Because you do turn into like an idea of a... Oh, you're an exchange of energy. The currency is I'm valuable. It's not commanded and protested. So many people want to preach and yeah, Carl spent his money and he's alive, he's well, and he's being taken care of, and he's got food, he's got everything he need. He went broke in fucking what'd you broke? Las Vegas, Roxy says. Las Vegas. Did it all. You lived, and you're only gonna live more. I'm not going to go through the idea of the proof. You guys share and you know each other's story. You're so fucking one, you're just still looking at yourself outside of yourself, not to see the unum. But you guys are the same stories from different point of views. You're this journey together. Holy shit. That's the exchange of energies. That's why you have offers and the sharings and the points of view that breathe the life into you. And you start to understand yourself as, hey, wait a minute, I'm fucking valuable. And if that vibration is breathing out of your isness in this now, I am valuable, I am worth it. Not seeking commandment, soapboxes, preacherhood, convincings, badges of honors that are hung on a wall to gather dust. Histories. If it is laden with nothing except the nakedness of I am, then that value will be the currency beyond measure. And those abundances and those ideas will come flowing effortlessly to you. All you have to do is stop. And that ability to stop is scary, is painful, is diminishing if you can't. It's retrospective guilt and beating yourself up. That's the fucking mastery journey. It doesn't mean it's permanent. You do this, you do it, you go, damn it, I did it, I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, so who gives a fucking, I just keep going and stop being the second guesser. Stop being the, I fucked up. That's the same energy that's keeping the fucking money away. But it's abundance. It's abundance. It's abundance. It's whatever is in the moment. It's the money. A grocery store, Roxy, went $80, where that $80 should have been $130 anywhere else. Same food. DiGiorno pizza, supreme. Thin crust rising. Oh, yummy. Same fucking pizza. Water, Ozarka. See, same. Stockist. Same. Why was it $80? Who cares? Damn it! It's what it is now. That's your life. It's so hard to leave that. You always want to know why you're getting good stuff. And God, when you reject yourself, holy fucking shit. When you question why something good has happened, did I actually earn something? Did I do something right? Oh my God, I got this miracle. Oh, you're just fucking the pooch there. You're just pushing that shit right back out. You gotta let it flow through you and say, I'm worth this. Fucking A, I'm a miracle. And you gotta be that, because energy is everything. It changes so much. This minute ideal thought in the now changes your entire reality. You guys are just too blind to see how much it exchanges. It changes and exchanges everything. That's why you allow the energy of exchange, the currency of life, the value of I am. And I'm allowed to have this. I deserve to have this. I'm going to accept this. I don't have to pay it back. Because if someone's giving to you with conditions, you smelled it already. It has decorations of, I'm better than you. So I'm going to help you and give you this because I'm attaching myself to your fucking lack so I can be a hero. Fuck, come on, guys. Look at yourself, be honest. You will never know your God if you keep putting yourself outside of yourself and pushing away your own isness, your own love, your own I am. You can't be that if you're always not that. So when the abundance comes, accept it. If it's conditioned, you'll know it. And then the conditions come and they want you to pay good on the conditions. Say, awesome, bye. Because you're unconditional. You'll never relate in an idea of an unconditional world if you continue to be the conditioned self of yours. That goes for everything, because that's the vibration. Mark gave you the biggest fucking secret of this whole class. Anything that you can take away from this idea is know that you cannot relate separation with unlimited. You can't relate those two worlds. But you keep dragging that shit into your world with the hopes and the convincings and the negotiations, then why the fuck do you think your world's going to change? Like, as soon as you guys let go of your shit, your fucking diarrhea that keeps you pushed down, and you get the miracles, you have to question them. Because that's your worthiness. That's why you're fucking poor. That's why you're struggling. That's why you have to live paycheck to paycheck. Not all of you. You have to take a chance on yourself and give up. Give in. Can't see God if you keep the blinders on. And don't think you have to go and get a job. Jesus Christ. Don't think you have to do any of that. What you got to do is whatever's passionate in the moment, express it. I'm valuable. Okay? Everyone thinks I do this, it's going to be permanent. Nothing's permanent. The biggest thing you guys are discovering is permanency is the biggest bullshit in life. No one wants to be permanent. Roxy's like, oh man, New Orleans is nice. However, what's next? I'm ready to go. I want to feel something else. I want to explore some more. She understands this idea. She's coming to a vibrational feeling to know that she's ready for the next idea of expansion to be offered. This is not her joy now. It was, but the discovery of herself here leads her to an understanding of expansion. Don't force yourself in a world. Follow the whim of the now. Be the light-hearted traveler, wanderer, that carries its own home on its back. If you have a place of safe harbor, your home, and your relationship with that, if it is a home, and the relationship with it is not a dependency of escapism or going back to and loss, then keep your fucking home. I'm not saying that. See, don't think it. All of your thoughts. I'm reading everything right now. Your thoughts is finality. I take one action, that means I lose this. So this means loss of this. If I do this, this can't be anymore. Home on your back is wherever you're at. Whether you're at home or not at home, you're still at home is the point here. Some may travel and wander in the idea of the physical idea. Some of you really do want to travel. Then you will. But you can't until you take a chance on yourself. You can't until you say, I'm worth it. And the only way to discover your worthiness is tell you, I'm worth it, and choose that worthiness that's presented on a silver platter with no fucking effort. It's not out there to be gotten. It's offered. It's always offered. It's never seeked or preached or begged to another. Hey, I need help. I need this. Hey, anyone got this? No, that's not how it comes. That's lack. And then if it's being shoved down your throat, and you can feel it's being shoved down your throat because someone's trying to attach their fucking lack to you to make you feel better about yourself because they're there to rescue you or to say, wow, look what I did for you. Then you turn that shit away. Because that's the vibration of conditions coming in and giving you a vibration of I'm better and you're worse. Don't do that. You got to be the master of tactician, rather the tactician, master of vibration, the vibration tactician. Okay, that was the idea in the class. Do you understand that? Because you know the discernment of every fucking moment, but you're always paying attention to what I don't have. You're always paying attention to what's coming next. Okay, not so much anymore. Oh, relax, easy, Jen. We know that you're more now. We got you. See, we know that you're more now and taking chances on not worrying about tomorrow. And then you start to observe humanity and you see how fucking busy they are. And they're never now. And more you're now, the more vibration, you start to smell the bullshit. You start to feel the truth. You're saying, yeah, that looks good. However, that's not my joy. And then they have to go through their own rejections because you don't want to do what they think's best for you. What the fuck is best for you? I'll tell you what this beautiful fucking isness says. The connection to God. God in and of itself, wrapped up in a beautiful set of eyes called you. Who the fuck else is there? Tell me. Tell me who else is there. Well, there's only one of us. The only connection you have is the voice in your head. The outside interpretations are vibratory enactments of compression, translated by electrical idea inputs, synapses in your mind, from the beating drums of the eardrum in and of itself that connect the idea to the mind of interpretation. I am not a voice outside of you. Come on, guys. If you can't trust this, who the fuck are you trusting? Don't put that box laden upon another. Right, Brent? Where's Brent, right? You know the trust. You love that. That's huge. That's huge for you. To trust this. Because every time you say, I don't know, that's your exchange. That's your worthiness. That's the lack always. And what's the number one way of lack salvation? Money. So that's the number one thing it pushes away. Because that's the number one thing you value. If you valued lack as a lack of pickles, then you would have no pickles. But you don't, because pickles are easy. That's why there's fucking pickles everywhere. You think pickles and money are different? You think you have to earn your pickles? Huh? No. They're just there. Same with money. But your relationship is everything. The currency of value that you are in the approach to that idea will give you the value and feedback and look at your reality. That's it. Roxy wasn't worth money. Still's not worth a whole lot of money, but she's getting there. It's a fucking epic journey. Mom, Dad, oh, that's cheap. It's cheaper to go there. It's less expensive. Oh, is that a good job? Does that pay a lot? Well, that's enough for you right now. You know, always those little tiny things. And those resound in your ribbons of life. It's not right here topside most of the time. You know what it is? It's in your will of the now, the algorithm of your life. It says I'm not worthy because I was taught money's dirty, money's bad, money has to be earned. It's hard to get money. You have to have a good job, but you're okay. You're not that smart, so you better accept that idea. You know, hey, janitor is a noble idea, and you can stink. You can smell the stink of the condescending breath of that bastard putting you down because your enactment of life is that of judgeable. See, that's humanity at the best. That's what I love about it. Because you get to see the possibilities of the separation never unknown, never known, never, ever, ever, ever known, to the possibility of the known. Never. And here you guys playing it, playing the trumpets of life, screaming it across the universe, and you don't know what you're doing. You think you're here going, help me. No, you're a little more than that, as we say. So my abundance flows, but I don't need things of earthly manners. So then the comparative scope comes into play and says, well, Roxy, you're a god. Why don't you have these godly ideas? And I say to Roxy, Roxy says to me, those godly ideas are not earnable or ownable. Those are part of the unconditional self. That's built in. And then of course, I say, yes, of course. Yes, absolutely. It is built in. See, what built in means is that when you are unlimited, you know that you're creating this piece of wood, the light switch, the thermostat. See, you are that. You're literally the same energy as that creating the body. And if Roxy had the ability, she could meld right through the door and back out again, because that's what's happening anyway. Except you guys only allowed yourself to see the finite. You can't see the slowness of it. So you're right. I don't have lack. I don't need abundance. Roxy says you don't need it because you are the wholeness of it. Yes, absolutely. And that's what you are. Until you change your point of view. And the point of view of value of yourself outweighs the point of view of the wholeness of yourself is when lack is experienced. That's the crossroads. That's it. I think we said that right. I have to go back and listen to it. But I think you guys got the idea. You understand what it is to be a self of I'm not worthy because you're taught. You remember God. I've got to just go through this and let me breathe Roxy into this. I'm breathing her passion. Oh, bubblegum. I'm remembering, so we're both here together. I remember saving the money in the Shark Bank, cutting it over and going over to a store called Dart Drug and exchanging an idea of a price. And Roxy was so guilty because she took a price and exchanged it for another price on an electric train. She loves trains. And she, made it $2 less so she can get this one engine. And it was a great engine. It was a Norfolk Southern, and very beautiful engine. And she wanted it, and she got it, and she felt really guilty about it. And it was terrifying for her because she committed something. She committed a lie. She was so guilty about that because the badness in her household of fucking up was just reinforced with the punishment part of it. So, but she had to have it. She had to have that exchange. So she emptied her little Shark Bank that was bought because Jaws was popular, and she filled it up with her money. And whenever that money was, and then cut it open and went and got that train. It was like $12, which was to a person in the 70s is, $100 today to Roxy. It's $100. Okay, that's something to be tethered. So, but that's her value. That's what she sees is that was her point of view. That she wasn't allowed to have things like that. She could never afford it. So she always created realities that would stave her off from that. Always. The biggest thing that she bought a $318,000 house. She was saying it was $2,500, $3,500 a month was the mortgage in her heyday. And she never had any money. Because her vibration was, I don't deserve money. So she let Molly or any of the ex-wives handle the money, and they spent the money on themselves. And when Roxy wanted something, that was argued against because Roxy was stealing into their abundance, and they looked at it as lack. So of course, their conspirator of taking their abundance and creating lack is the one that is creating the abundance, and that just pissed Roxy off. Yeah. You guys see it. It's not your journey. It's Roxy's journey, which is, of course, your journey. But understand your journey. Understand the potential of vibration here. Understand what keeps the worthiness at bay. That's the reason why there's no money. Money is way up here. It's so finite. You're down here vibrating, and the only thing you can see is the result of the details of slowing down and popping up. But you're trying to solve this with this. If I do this and earn this, and then I can get this. How many people are making arts and crafts and selling them at fairs around the world? What are they making, $100? Every one of them thinks they're going to make a lot of money. That's the only reason why I started. The ones that are making $500, $600, $700 a fair are the ones that are passionate about it, and they don't give a fuck about the money. You can smell the lack. It's so simple. See it in your world and start accepting, I'm allowed to have money. I'm allowed to go live. You will never know how you can live until you stop putting everything in place in order to live. It's like Roxy got this one time. There was a banker in Tucson, Arizona. Roxy was putting in her paycheck, and Roxy would get her little paycheck every Friday. It was a weekly idea. And then the commission checks, she have a draw against the commission. So she'd get her commission, and it would go and fluctuate. And then one time the teller said, yeah, I keep seeing you in here. Man, your paycheck is all over the place. How can you live that way? And then Roxy asked her, I said, how can you live with what you make? See, because you make X amount of dollars, which means you make X amount a week, a month, a year. So that dictates the vacation you take, the clothes you can buy, and everything that you wear, and where you can eat, and the entertainment you give yourself. Because that's your limit. You can't go beyond that because that's what you're worth. I have potential. One week I may make a commission of $100, but the next week I cracked a couple of deals and I'm walking home with $5,000. Because it does go from $1,500 to $2,000 down to a $100 paycheck. See, and that's the scariness about the idea of being a salesman, a commission salesman, is because you're a hero to zero every day. Because you're as best as your last sale, done. And it's over. You're back to nothingness. And that was a scary, but also an abundant life for Roxy to potential herself, to not be limited. And if you are that idea scope, that's your future. So if you think you're not worth going beyond what is safe and secure in the known in the future, then guess what? It's going to be limited to that. That's your fucking version of your own self-worth. If you have a great life, relax. We had a wonderful person in the class that's just banked multi-millions. She had so much money because she did it. She has so much value, but she couldn't stop. That's why she found the class, to give herself permission to stop and start living. Now, yeah, I grant she has the place and it's easy for her to live. That's a big comparison note. You can fucking trumpet that all day, of course. But she literally found her happiness by starting to live and not stopping working. And it's not the work anymore for you. It's the passion. That's when you start living. What you have to trust is that vibration is reality. And when you are passionate about your nows, you will only be fulfilled with the exchange of co-creation, and that is pure abundance, untethered, unfiltered, untamed, unknown, to be realized by you. I can't take the journey for you. You guys are now ready. This is abundance. This is it. Look at the exchange. Look how it started. Look at the birthing aspects of it. Look how money is literally going away from your planet. It's becoming electric now. It's so easy to all of a sudden have 10,000 in your bank account. But see, it's not the bank. It's not the bank making a mistake. It's not the world. It's not that world. It's your bank account, your world that doesn't exist until the now of realization. So tell me, why can't miracles happen if there's no bank until you create a bank? That, by the way, is your bank. See, that's too unfathomable for you because you think there's people over in the bank and there's presidents and stuff like that. But see, everything is given in the moment, including the memory. So why can't the people understand that there was a deposit made of $10,000 and of course you have money in the bank? Because see, they're all gods giving themselves memory in the moment. But you can't think that way because you have to earn your money. You can't think beyond the measurement of what you scope reality to be in reality. So therefore, your worthiness will never go beyond that until you get that. And then, of course, when you do get the miracles, you'll fucking reject them. Because why? You're not good enough. And that's why people that get money lose money. People that have money spend money. Think about it. If you take anything away, once again, is relating limitation to an unlimited world. It's oil and water. Okay? It's the Atlantic Pacific. There's a division. Understand that. You can't bring that into the world. And if you're unworthy, how do you think you're going to get the worthiness that the valuable of the world finds worthy? You don't get the topside worthy scale. You get what bursts your world worthiness. And everything that is topside is going to be there at your beck and call. That's what you need to see. That's abundance in free cars, free gas, free food, free rent. Doesn't mean you have to earn it. You're going to get your money to go out and buy stuff. But just like the president doesn't use his credit cards for 4 years, and he gets he gets the idea. I think it's what currently 200,000, 250,000, whatever it is a year. Okay, he doesn't spend money. He doesn't have a debit card. Everything is there. All of his stuff is there. There's nothing he needs to ever go and buy. He just says, "Can you go get me this?" And that's how it works. It's the same means. Okay, but that's the position of the holding the worthiness to stop spending money and start being that. Very difficult for the president to go out on the street and actually buy something. Everyone's going to give it to him for free because it's the president. Even if it's the fucking ginger guy he's got playing house right now. It's good?